Now here's the HP Vectra VL400 again. And I think I figured out what's wrong with it, or at least one of the issues. It's got a pair of matched, which is kind of funny, 256 megabyte memory modules. And with them in place, it's failing Memtest 86. One time I got errors and it crashed. The other time the whole system just restarted. So right now I'm not getting the same problem that I was before. I can wiggle the chip and it doesn't crash. So that tells me that the issue is not the socket, which is good, and that it was one of these chips. So I'm going to see if both of them are bad, and I'm also going to see if I can get this thing back up to 512 or at least 384 megs. Because I picked up a whole bunch of PC-133 a couple days ago. Okay, one of the two 256s is installed. I had to pull the front panel off because there's something up with this. It was catching on the side. Now it's going to complain to me about the amount of system memory because it's changed. And it's probably going to do it every time. Or it's not going to complain to me at all. Maybe it's complaining because there were two memory modules installed and now there's only one. Whoops. Probably helps if you hit the right button. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing that I did before, but notice how slow it is. It's kind of concerning. Well, it's not crashing with that. So maybe that module's okay. Let's try another one. Or the other one. Okay, I tell you what, that module does not sit in there very nicely. So I'm assuming that it was the problem. Let's see if it actually manages to pass the power on a self-test with that installed. Looks like it did. That passed the power on self-test with it installed. It's possible it wasn't seated correctly. Because like I said, it does not sit in there very nicely. So I have reason to believe that this was the module that was giving me trouble. Yeah. I move it around. I'm not sure if you can tell. Now it seems to have crashed. So that module is no good. Alright. System is not even responding to the power button. So that just goes to show you just how bad it was. So that's junk. So that is going straight into the scrap pile. And I'll dig through my mess of RAM and see if I can find something. Look at that. That does not sit in there very nicely. I tell you what, even this one doesn't fit in there nicely compared to the one that I just put in. So it should have 512 megs of RAM installed in it right now. Now is when it'll complain because there's now more memory modules. Unless it doesn't. Okay, that's weird. That's very strange. That is not complaining. So I'm going to run mem tests and I'll see how many runs I can get out of it before it explodes. It's still really slow. Look at that. Of course, it's only SD RAM. Yeah, it's still running, so I'm assuming that's what the problem was. I'll let that run through an entire test Although, I don't know. We might end up continuing work on this tomorrow. It's almost finished with one run, which takes forever. And I'm feeling lucky, so that's the only run I'm going to let it do. Maybe I'll let it run laps on it overnight. Look at that impressive stack of laptops. Yeah, you got a lot of these. The bottom two don't work, so I don't know why they're still here. I gotta get rid of them. But I am only going to make it run that one round, and then I'm going to try out. First, I'll see if Anubis Linux works now. Then after that, I'll try out a little bit of Tiny Core. And I got a couple of other distributions that I could possibly try. Damn Small Linux is one of them. I could try out Puppy Linux. All kinds of things that I could probably run on this. I want to run something obscure, though. Just because I'm a glutton for punishment. I'd probably run these things in virtual machines and try them out that way, but, you know, nah, I'm not going to do that. I want to do it on a physical computer, because it gives it something to do. Okay, it passed. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to try it out. Except it appears to have ignored me. It's because it wants me to hit escape. Skip memory test, because it'll take forever for 512 megs. We'll see if Anubis Linux runs this time. I hope it does. Like I said, it's Intel 815 graphics. Still don't like the fact that it says that it's got an undefined video mode number, which leads me maybe to believe that there is an issue somewhere. I don't have the mouse hooked up. That's a mistake. I have to go get a USB mouse, because you can't hot plug PS2 mice, or anything PS2 for that matter. I don't know why it needs to start all these things, because it's not like it's going to use them. Starting the K display manager. I wonder if this is this is KDE or if this is something else. I don't remember. Yep, that doesn't work. So I'll probably have another issue somewhere. Well, it did not like my use of the emergency eject hole. Oh man, yep, that was necessary, but it was not very appreciative of that. Wow. I wonder if it'll actually be able to reboot gracefully. I guess it did. Really now, you can't display the video mode, and yet you're displaying it right now. Oh, Dell monitor. Yeah, that's way more than what that can handle. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Of course, I gotta go to the mouse first. Of course, it looks a lot better than it did, though. There's no stupid tearing all over the place. I did not get... Tiny Core didn't work, and Anubis didn't work, so I just went straight to this. So I'm gonna go get a mouse. I'll fix this problem before it blows up my monitor. Yep. Look at that. No more tearing. I might put Puppy Linux on this thing. If I can find the installation. I don't remember where it is. Okay, it didn't take long for the strange behavior to start. So this has come up. You have the option to install bootloader. You can go before DOS. But it's ejected the CD. I don't know why it ejected the CD. Yes, I would like to install grub for DOS, sure. Okay, I installed the bootloader, but I'm probably not keeping it. At 1024 by 768, I don't think it shows up, but we have tearing. What the hell? Certainly see, yeah, you can see it there. This is getting really stupid. I don't know why it goes away at 1024 by 768, but it cannot handle 1280 by 1024. Now that is kind of stupid. Okay, fine. If that's the game the computer wants to play, that's the game the computer is going to lose. Let's try this. I'm just going to run the installer. I'm going to blithely assume that it's going to work. Such a great idea. No partitions have been found that are suitable. Well, that's fine. That's because they don't exist. So we're going to set them up. This is extremely difficult to do. Like this, because this stupid thing is in the way. Alright. Get out of the way. There. I'm going to give it a whole brand new, I'm going to reinitialize it. Let's just delete all of the partitions. I'm going to 1024, and we will make that swap. Maybe we'll just go without it. No swap partition, because I am awesome. That's great. So, okay. Is there something else that I need to do for that? Cannot mount partition blank, invalid. Oh, I need to format it, I bet. Partition successfully formatted. There we go. So let's see if that will install. It better install. So I'm getting kind of tired of the BS. Finishing installation. Alright, boot sector has been written. Press restart to reboot the computer. Cool. Let's see if that worked. How much do you want to bet it didn't? I'm going to take that. I notice my floppy drive light is on solid, which is a great sign. But now it's not. Skip memory test. Maybe if I didn't skip it, it'd find some of these problems. I do know that the boot splash did not appear correctly. What a friggin' joke. Stupid. What a waste. So this is what it did, or actually more like what it didn't do. It did not install the boot manager. If something goes, who cares? That's fine. Haiku's the only thing that's on the system. Timeout never. Let's just set the timeout to immediately. Yes, write it. Now we'll see what it did. If it actually wrote it, or if it just screwed up again. You know what, my patience for this is about as... I've got about as much patience for this as a sack of dirt would have. What a waste of time. It's almost 4 in the morning now. Why am I messing around with this? Don't understand. Did it work this time? Are you going to take bets? No, that's positive. That's not so positive, but it was doing that on the live CD too, and it worked fine, so I don't care. There we go. We have a desktop. It's actually running at native resolution, and that doesn't tear. And the colors are good. Yeah, I rarely use language like this in my videos, but suck that, stupid Vectra. There we go. So I'm going to conclude the video with that. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off, and I'll see you next time. Until then, finally a freaking operating system that actually works on this thing. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's an i8-15 chipset, and it still can't manage to figure out the graphics. There's got to be something wrong with the system. Probably the same reason why the RAM test was going so slow.